Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! On December 25th, 1963, where were you? I wasn't even born. I was a millennial, so I grew up from 1986 to the year 2000, and that was the greatest time of my life. But on December 25th, 1963, Walt Disney's premiere of The Sword and the Stone happened, and that would become such an important part of the Descendants Rise of Red franchise because that inspired Merlin Academy. And I have to be honest with each and every one of you, if I had the opportunity to attend Merlin Academy and experience Descendants in the way that it was meant to be experienced, I think I would take myself up on that chance. I'm your host, Jonathan Clarke, joining you with the latest episode of Jonathan Clarke Video Blogs. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for always subscribing to this YouTube channel and always liking the videos that I upload, because I showcase Descendants in a greater passion than perhaps anybody who's ever uploaded a video about Descendants and Zombies. So if you are a fan of Descendants and Zombies, perhaps watching my videos for the first time, hi, it's an honor to have you here. My name is Jonathan Clarke, and of course I am the biggest Descendants and Zombies fan in the world, and I showcase it with these videos because I think there is a greater pride and a passion that everybody needs to have before ever uploading a video on YouTube, because I think when you upload a video about Descendants and Zombies, you've got to think about the people watching the videos who are the biggest fans of Descendants and Zombies in the world. I mean, Descendants and Zombies fans are incredibly supportive of who and what they love because they know everything there is to know about Descendants and Zombies. So be it that they know everything there is to know about Descendants and Zombies, you've got to know everything about Descendants and Zombies because these fans are some of the most incredibly supportive and lovable fans in the world, because their love for Descendants and Zombies is truly unconditional, because they felt inspired by Red, they felt inspired by Chloe Charming, Mal and Evie from years prior. I think everybody is a fan of Descendants for whatever reason. They became a fan of Descendants, from the music to the powerful script and just feeling inspired, searching for a reason to become inspired than ever before, which Descendants offered them the opportunity to do it. And I think that after Halloween Fest happened a couple of days ago, seeing the Descendants cast being a part of Halloween Fest at Disney World was a whole lot of fun. Did you guys see the photos that I threw up on social media of Halloween Fest and all the Descendants stars down there? Kylie Contrell was there, Malachi Barton was there, Freya Sky was dressed up as Tinkerbell. It was a whole lot of fun. And when I saw Freya Sky dressed up as Tinkerbell, I felt like she was showcasing a passion, and I felt very proud about that. And fans were liking my comments that I was throwing up on Freya Sky's photos, because I just loved how she was really showcasing a passion, her desire to want to be a part of the Peter Pan production. And you know, Wendy and Peter Pan was actually shot here a couple of years ago, a couple of years prior to that, Freya Sky dressing up as Tinkerbell. And I remember watching them shoot Peter Pan and Wendy here in Canada, and it was a whole lot of fun seeing them collaborate that. And it got me to thinking about, what if Freya Sky actually had the chance of playing Tinkerbell? Now, reportedly, there was a Tinkerbell live-action movie in the works at Disney, and I think I would put Freya Sky in the conversation to play Tinkerbell in that live-action adaptation, because if you can do it for Peter Pan and Wendy, you can probably do it for Freya Sky and the live-action Tinkerbell, because I think that there are so many opportunities to discuss for your favorite Descendants and Zombie stars. I've often advocated for Kylie Contrell to play Jasmine in the live-action Aladdin, although Naomi Scott has that honor for the last number of years, and she did a fabulous job. But I think that Kylie Contrell is the closest resemblance to a Jasmine character, a Jasmine-type princess, than ever before. I think that there are so many characters that these Descendant stars could represent, like how Ruby Rose Turner has expressed a desire to want to play Rapunzel in the live-action Tangled. So I think this is the first of many opportunities that are going to come your way of your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars, and I, for one, am incredibly excited about it. And just seeing them shoot Wendy and Peter Pan here was a tremendous opportunity for me to take advantage of. And I just think that after all the success that characters like Peter Pan and Wendy have seen with the Disney franchise, I think offering us a Tinkerbell franchise would be an amazing way for Disney to really catapult their live-action franchises into a completely different direction. And having Freya Sky's name in the conversation to play Tinkerbell, I think would be very interesting. But I did like seeing all the photos of the Halloween Fest at Disney World just a couple of days ago, and seeing your favorite Descendant stars having fun. Because if there's one thing that I love seeing them having, it's fun. And I think that never enough fun is seen by Kylie Contrell and Ruby Rose Turner, and enough smiles are put on their faces, because they're always having to seem like they're living outside of a box. because I think that Disney has all these restrictions on these stars for obvious reasons, because they don't want set props leaked or secrets to be leaked leading up to the premiere of a movie like Descendants because of how popular the franchise is. I think that has something to do with Disney's insecurity about having something leaked, and I think that everything having to be approved by the social media department is sometimes really ridiculous and really far out there, because I've heard Kylie Control say on interviews that she couldn't say this or couldn't do that because Disney would be calling her after the interview very upset with her. I don't think anybody should ever have to sit on the set of an interview and be afraid to say something or how they feel. And that's something that I would take over if I was a part of the Disney company. I would definitely fire everybody at the social media department at Disney, because I think that giving them creative freedom and control over their characters and the direction of their career is something very critical, because it will teach them stuff a lot quicker, they will grow up faster, they will mature faster, and they will know to appreciate the opportunities they have more. And I think it's really a learning experience. I don't think we should have to reach a curve in the road every single time somebody feels differently about Kylie Contrell or Ruby Rose Turner's opinion and what they say and how they feel. The way I look at your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars, they deserve to be treated with respect. And I think that, putting them under so many severe restrictions, having to have everything approved by the social media department, which I will fire if I take over creative control at Disney. That will be the first thing that I do and go for, is the social media department, because I think that a lot of pressure is on the shoulders of these stars that unnecessarily has to be on the shoulders of these stars, because I think they do such a fabulous job bringing these characters to life, and they felt ever so more inspired by characters like Tinkerbell, which we just saw from Freya Sky, posting photos of herself on social media dressed up as Tinkerbell. And the costume she wore was really beautiful. And just seeing her bring that character to life at Halloween Fest was a whole lot of fun. And I look forward to the forthcoming years, because of course Freya is only 16 years old now. She still has a long way to go, what other kind of costumes she'll wear year after year, and how she will continue to promote Disney, because this is really just the beginning for her career, and really the beginning of her being a part of the Zombies franchise, a franchise that she really grew up with and has meant so much to her heart for forever. So because Zombies has meant so much to Freya for forever, and she's felt inspired by Meg Donnelly and Milo Manheim's characters Zed and Addison, and how they really helped bring Victor and Nova to life, Malachi Burton and Freya Sky's characters, this whole new story and this whole new journey that we're about to embark on and be a part of. Because really this is history that we're a part of, and I'm incredibly excited to be a part of this history with each and every one of you, and that's why I speak so highly of your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars, not forgetting to mention how I know how much they mean to each and every single person who draws inspiration from Kylie and Ruby and Freya. It's amazing. And seeing them share the stage at the Worlds Collide Tour this past summer was an honor I will never ever forget. And I just want to say that this summer was the greatest summer of my life, not only because I got the chance to talk about Descendants of Zombies, but I had the honor of meeting each and every one of you that shared in that same passion, who saw a hero in Kylie Contrell, who felt inspired by Freya Sky. And when you guys saw these performances come to life, you felt as if you were part of something special. And that's what was so cool for me being a journalist, being able to profile the Worlds Collide Tour the way it was forever and always meant to be profiled, because so many people showed up in the crowd with the sole purpose of pretty much just criticizing it. And I feel as if you're criticizing something like the Worlds Collide Tour, you don't know anything about it, and that's why you're choosing to criticize it. You're not really choosing to give Freya Sky, Kylie Contrell that much of an opportunity. But the way I saw the performances of Well It's Gone and Goodie Bag and Denim, not only were we introduced to the characters Nova and Red, we were also introduced to Kylie Contrell and Freya Sky for the everyday individuals they are with so much heart, because they put so much heart and so much dedication into every single performance at the Worlds Collide Tour, both of themselves and their characters from the Descendants of Zombies franchise. So not only did we see the franchises brought to life, but we also saw a side of Kylie and Freya that we necessarily don't ever get a chance to see because of all the restrictions that Disney puts them under. But I give you my word, if I get in as the writer and producer of Descendants of Zombies, all that will be removed, all that will be lifted, and they will have more creative freedom, because I think that's essential to the development of a character. I really think that's essential to the development of a celebrity, and really, embarking on a whole new journey and a whole new experience for them. It's really a learning curve, and I don't think that all these restrictions are really helping the matter with Kylie Contrell and Freya Sky, because they've got to learn to grow, and they've really got to learn to live in the moment. And I think that slowly but surely they are learning to live in that moment. But how can you live in a moment when you're under so much pressure and under so many restrictions from Disney because they don't want a certain prop leaked or a set leak from a photo and having everything approved by a social media department. I've often questioned that because at 20 years old, I mean, Kylie Control is an adult, and I really believe that at 20 years old, Kylie Control should have more creative freedom with the direction of the character Red, because she's obviously been inspired and felt inspired by past Descendants characters like Mal and Evie that had no backstories whatsoever, and Red certainly fell into that category of having no backstory whatsoever either. So did Chloe Charming. So both Malia and Kylie had a lot of pressure on their shoulders bringing these characters to life and having to make them really stand out and separate them from other characters of the Descendants franchise of old. So I really appreciate how they were able to separate it with character traits which sometimes are very difficult to get down, like how Dove Cameron had to separate both Liv and Maddie on Liv and Maddie the TV series with different character traits, which she very successfully did, but very few people possess that quality of being able to do it, and Kylie Control is one of them that was able to do it and get it done. So because she was able to show up on the set of Descendants and really get it done and really relay a positive message of positive vibes, I really think that a future for Kylie Control is pretty much guaranteed. She says she'll still be singing songs from Descendants soundtracks at the age of 40. And I thought that, singing these songs at the Worlds Collide Tour, not only from the Rise of Red score, but also from past Descendants scores like Ways to Be Wicked, Route into the Core, Space Between, it was just an amazing experience, and it was a lot of responsibility on the shoulders of Kylie Control, but she showed up and was really on point, and I don't think she really missed a beat. So I think that people who went home and went on YouTube and uploaded these videos criticizing Kylie Control's performances and the quality of the entire tour, I think they were pretty much just doing it because they didn't know what to do creatively on YouTube. You're just kind of searching for something to criticize, and that's what a critic pretty much does. And when they can get reactions out of us, they succeed at their mission. But if we don't give them the reactions they expect because we're a fan of Kylie or we're a fan of Freya, then we shut those critics out. And that's what I've tried to do every single time that I upload a video on YouTube, is shut every single critic out because they don't deserve to be in that same position. They don't deserve to be in the same room as Kylie Control and Freya Sky, or in the same conversation to ever be a part of it. Because I think that if we're going to have a conversation about Descendants and Zombies, and that's what we should have, is a conversation about Descendants and Zombies, and be proud of how far Kylie and Freya have come, and how much they've offered to Descendants and Zombies, bringing it to life. Because the energy that was in every venue at the Worlds Collide Tour was off the charts. The energy that was at Halloween Fest just last night was incredible. And I think that as this energy continues to spread worldwide, I think that more people are going to become fans of Descendants and Zombies than ever before. And I think the more support and the more love that undeniably we can show for these franchises, the better off we're going to be. Halloween Fest was a whole lot of fun. I think Descendants vibe with Wonderland this upcoming summer in July 2026 is going to be fun. I know it seems like forever away, but even though it seems like forever away, that doesn't mean that it won't happen. And leading up to the premiere of Descendants 5 with Wonderland and Zombies 5, I'm going to have a whole lot to say in terms of conversation for Descendants and Zombies, because I think this is a conversation that doesn't have to end just yet. I think this conversation can keep on going for a little while longer, and I'm just excited to be a part of it. The issue that I have is with all these critics that choose to criticize the Worlds Collide Tour, choose to criticize Kylie and Freya and Ruby without even knowing anything about them. The question I have for these critics are, do they know that Kylie Control loves I Love LA merchandise? Do they know she loves to sing and dance? Do they know that Ruby Rose Turner feels heartbroken every single time that she's turned down for roles like Tangled and TV shows like Orange is the New Black? And how Meg Donnelly feels like her heart is broken into a million pieces because Millie Alcock is going to be Supergirl in the live-action Supergirl movie next year. I think that next summer is going to be huge for Marvel and DC, but it's certainly not going to be huge because of Millie Alcott's expense being offered to the Supergirl franchise because of how disrespectful Supergirl was in the Superman movie this past summer. I think that Meg Donnelly needs to focus on things that matter and focus on entertaining each and every one of you as a character in the Zombies franchise that obviously meant so much to her heart because Zombies really allowed her to reach a global audience and receive a response unlike anything she'd ever been a part of in her entire existence. So because Meg Donnelly had the opportunity to entertain us as Addison Wells in the Zombies franchise, and herself and Zed and Addison, offered so much to the franchise, Milo Manheim and Meg Donnelly, I think their contributions will never ever be forgotten. So feeling heartbroken, I don't think she needs to. I think they're under a lot of pressure, and I think we really need to back off them and give these franchises more of a chance, and that's precisely what I'm trying to do with your guys' help. because every single time somebody subscribes to this YouTube channel, you reach out to the YouTube algorithm, you let everybody know Jonathan Clarke knows what's up. He's a huge fan of Descendants of Zombies like you, and if there is something to know about Descendants of Zombies, I love knowing about it, and if there's something that I don't know, I love hearing from each and every one of you with facts and, fun stuff to know and find out about Descendants of Zombies, because every day is a chance to learn something new. You're never too old to learn something new, and I think for however long I've been a part of Disney, this is the greatest opportunity that I've ever been presented with, to be able to record so many wonderful videos for so many wonderful people, and to know that I get away with touching your heart every single time, because I talk about Descendants of Zombies in a way that nobody has ever been able to talk about it before. I thought that Freya's guy dressing up as Tinkerbell as part of Halloween Fest just last night was incredible. Within 5 minutes of these photos being taken, she couldn't wait to post them on social media. And the way that I look at it, Disney's social media department may not feel the same way that I do about this, but when they are so proud to post photos of themselves dressed up as Tinkerbell or a character they may have felt inspired by. I know there was one Halloween where Red and Chloe dressed up as themselves and tried to trick everybody on Halloween going door to door, and it was hours before they even realized that they were actually Kylie Cantrell and Malia Baker. I thought that was really cool, and I think in a previous video that I uploaded on this channel, actually, I showed footage of that, and it was a whole lot of fun seeing them have fun at Halloween Fest just last night, and I think that the decorations were at an all-time high, and the atmosphere and the energy at Halloween Fest was definitely taken to a whole nother level because of the stars of Descendants of Zombies showing up and having a great time. And I think that this is really setting up for a promising future, and one that I'm incredibly excited to be a part of, because you guys have made me your voice of Descendants of Zombies. That's something that is obviously very apparent to me, that I've become your voice of Descendants of Zombies, because you guys have always wanted a voice to speak for you about Descendants of Zombies and to talk with you about Descendants of Zombies. And I look forward to next summer, honestly. I'm really excited about it, because I think never enough nice things can be said about your favorite stars. Never enough, positive things can be said. Never enough positive energy can be exemplified. And I'm just incredibly excited about their futures, because I think we can choose to criticize Descendants of Zombies without even having known anything about it or giving it a chance. But the more of a chance that we take on these franchises, the more fun we're going to have, and the more people are going to feel inspired, because everybody has the right to be entitled to a dream becoming a reality for them, no matter how long it takes it to happen. And no matter who you are, whatever dream you have, I'm here to let you guys know that every dream can come true. It's just a matter of when and how it will happen for you. Nobody knows how it's going to happen for you, but as I've said many times, Disney is not going to come knocking on my door or giving me the opportunity, presenting me with a contract to become the voice of Descendants of Zombies. I had to go out and make it happen, and with your guys' help, we did make it happen, because this is the most revered and most popular Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel on YouTube, certainly one of the most popular ones, and it's because of each and every one of you. It didn't certainly happen because I decided to upload videos at random about Dove Cameron and Kylie Cantrell just last year and 10 years ago when I was uploading, Descendants of Zombies videos here and there. More people know who Jonathan Clarke on YouTube is than ever before, and it's because of each and every one of you, and I have each and every one of you to thank, because in all honesty, guys, I don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. I had this conversation yesterday with my friend from New York, and he said, these guys brought you back, and, I say this all the time because you guys really did bring me back. Obscurity is a really scary place to be sometimes, because you don't know what direction your life is headed in or your career, and then from out of nowhere, you guys bring me back from the proverbial dead, from seemingly out of a grave, like in Zombies, like how the zombies come up from the ground, and I just randomly showed up one day again, and I'm back to solidify a legacy and hopefully go down in history for being one of the greatest of all time. I don't know how much of a chance I have of going down in history for being one of the greatest of all time, but I know it will definitely happen. When and how, I don't know. It will happen under what I will be faced with, but no matter where I go, whatever becomes of me, I will never forget the profound impact that Descendants of Zombies had on my heart, because it gave me the opportunity to become a legend and the greatest of all time because of you. And to be honest with each and every one of you, I don't want to go anywhere without each and every one of you by my side, because of just how incredibly supportive you've been of the show, how incredibly supportive you've been of each and every one of my videos. I can never seem to thank you enough, because every single time I upload a video, I'm thinking about you guys, and I'm thinking about the person watching the videos who are leaving comments, always hitting the like button, never failing to subscribe. It's amazing when you see over 75,000 channel views having happened for this YouTube channel and over 3,000 subscribers plus having come in for this YouTube channel. It's truly really hard sometimes to put into words how appreciative you are, but I never seem to fail to do it, because I think that there's an appreciation factor between the host of a show and his audience, he or she's audience. And if you have that, then you have something special to hold on to and believe in. So if you believe you have the chance of attending Merlin Academy or Oradon Prep, then believe it. If you believe dreams can happen for you, then believe it. Hold on to those dreams and make them become a reality more so than ever before. Because you only have one life to live and one chance to make everything count and come into fruition. And I think the opportunity has never been more apparent for each and every one of you. It's waiting for you. It's waiting for a dream. A dream is waiting for you to be seized, because a dream starts with a wish that only your heart can make. And I know that sounds a lot reminiscent of Cinderella, but Cinderella was speaking truth when she said that a dream is a wish that only your heart can make, and it starts with your heart. Because really your heart is your best friend, and all you've got to do is trust in that. And if you trust in that, then anything is possible. And I really do believe that dreams can come true for everybody. Guys, thank you so much from my heart to yours for making this YouTube channel the most popular Descendants and Zombies YouTube channel in the world right now. I love you guys so much for all the love and support you've shown this YouTube channel, and I honestly don't know where I would be without this love and support that I receive all the time from each and every one of you. It is a beautiful day outside today, a beautiful October morning, and I look forward to spending this day with each and every one of you, recording the best Descendants and Zombies videos that you will not see anywhere else happening on YouTube throughout today. So if you would subscribe to this YouTube channel, I would love you guys for forever. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of each and every one of your lives, and to have come into your life as your voice of Descendants and Zombies, representing millions of Descendants and Zombies fans and thousands who have subscribed to this YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much. I have a lot to say where Descendants and Zombies goes, and I hope you will join me for this conversation all throughout today happening on this YouTube channel. So if you have not hit that subscribe button or rang that bell to stay up to date with all of the notifications happening in your drop-down notifications menu, you're probably going to want to think about doing that, because life really is that much sweeter when all of us are. Thank you guys so very much.